name is Christie Harris, and I've been involved with the center for 4 years now. I'm originally from the US, and I've been in Australia almost 11 years, and I've been coming to the center probably at least once a week, sometimes more, for the last 4 years.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And how did you first hear about the center?
I first heard about the center through Play Club, or through Play Mommy and Me, through the health nurse. And then she did mention Play Club, but I'm not a joiner, so I didn't join. And then I had a friend from Mother's Group, and we would get together probably 2 or 3 times a week. And then she had to move, and I realized that my little one and I would be without a lot of contact. So I thought, yep, I will join Play Club, and I got in with Miss Jo, and it's been an amazing adventure. I've never been a joiner, and sometimes my friend that I've met through Craft Afternoon Tea will say, let's go do this at the center, and I'm like, oh, no. And then I'm like, okay, well, yes. And then we have the best time ever, and we're meeting so many people and making so many friends. And I grew up in small town America where I knew pretty much everybody, but through the family center here I have much more sense of community than I think I ever did in small town America where I knew everybody. And I think it's because the community here is smaller, but the family center kind of brings you into its arms, and it's almost like a big group hug. And that you really, because then you have that contact, you care more. So it's not just a, oh, hello on the street when you're walking in the morning. It's a, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry your child didn't sleep, and are you coming to this workshop? And I really hope to see you. You know, they'll take good care if you just come in for a couple hours. And yes, it's a much better sense of community provided through the center, I think. When I first came, as I mentioned, my child hasn't slept, is not a sleeper. I was a mess. My child screamed all the time. She wasn't sleeping. And Miss Sam and Miss Jo went out of their way to bring me help. They sought help outside of themselves and brought help to me. And I think that that shows a level of care and commitment to the families and to the children, probably more than I've seen a commitment to things in a long time. And I think that's so important because it's more than just themselves. It's the love of the children and really wanting to help. And so I think that's a good story to tell. It's very important. Personally, I can say that I have found a new career through the center. Because I came to Craft Afternoon Tea, I was introduced to art. And I'd never touched art, I'd never painted, I'd never drawn, I'd never done anything artistically. But I was introduced to art, and I picked it up, and I've created a career. I'm a working artist now, and the center really allows me to just decompress, and then I can go home and create. And I think without the center and without being able to have a safe place where I know my child is cared for, where I know she's happy, where I know that even if the staff is having a bad day, they don't have a bad day with my child, is really very freeing.
Fantastic.
It really just sets a better tone for creativity to have a place that you're so supported.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So would you recommend the centre to others who aren't currently involved?
So much, and I do all the time. To moms in the play group, to moms at kindy, at primary school, to just pretty much anybody and everybody. If I'm going along, I always suggest other people come along, and if there's something I'm not interested in going, I still suggest they go, because it's so important, I think, to get out, and I tend to want to hermit. And so it's good to have a place where you can get out and you know you're going to have a good time, and it's just fantastic.